Gotta get connected.
Whether you're planning a meal for yourself or a big get-together, it's usually not the best idea just to open up the fridge and see what's inside. There are a few gifted people who can pull this off, but for most of us, we need some help. And if you're me, you need a lot of help. Fortunately, we no longer need to rely on a sad collection of dusty cookbooks to get us an edge in the kitchen. Even if you can't tell a spatula from a spoon, there are a lot of great resources online to help you decide what to eat. Whether you want to be healthier or explore the more decadent side of eating, I've got the scoop on some excellent sites that will more than satisfy your appetite. With so many food sites to choose from, it's hard to know where to begin. So let's start with a great resource site which will give you the basics. One of the most robust sites out there is Choosemyplate.gov. It is produced by the United States Department of Agriculture, which does not sound exciting, but this site is massive and has tons of well-organized info and tools. Perhaps you'll want to check on the basics, like how many calories should you eat in a day? Or maybe you want some eating tips or tweaks to your diet. This site is jam-packed with food data, so whether you need info on feeding a toddler or strategies for losing weight, you'll find great resources here, as well as BMI calculators, food planners, and tips for eating on a budget. The secret weapon to this website is in the Super Tracker tab. Anyone can create a profile to log in and track their progress for maintaining a healthy weight and diet, with personalized charts and even a journal page. If you want to be really focused on getting healthy, this is a great place to do it. Now, I do prefer my websites to be fancy and pretty, as well as useful, but the next site I'm recommending is not going to win any beauty contests. But sometimes we have to tip our hats to the simple but effective solution, and that's what the Cooks Thesaurus is. This site is at foodsubs.com, and it's like an encyclopedia of food that you can use to find out, for instance, what a bergamot orange is. Along with the definition, you're given a brief description and, most importantly, suggested substitutions. So if a bergamot orange isn't handy, you'll be fine with a lime. The next site I'm really excited to tell you about is one that'll make you look very smart at your next dinner engagement, next time you're asked to order wine for the table. Because unless you spent a lot of time studying wine, it can be a real challenge to pick a wine that's in sync with the food you're eating. But as long as you have your tablet handy, we all bring those to dinner, right? You're totally covered. Direct your browser over to foodandwinepairing.org and click on the wine board. This simple flash-powered interactive chart lets you pick the food, and in just 2 or 3 clicks, you have a solid pairing recommendation. For example, with lobster, you just can't go wrong with a Chardonnay. And if mushrooms are involved, Pinot Noir will be a great accompaniment. How brilliant is that? Alternatively, if someone has ordered a gorgeous Barolo and you're wondering what entree would go with it, this site works in reverse too. In this case, you'll want to order a hearty beef stew. But enough of the main course, I want to move on to dessert. Skip the rest entirely for all I care. This next site takes my favorite ingredient, chocolate, and turns it into the chocolate bar of my dreams. Chocomize.com is the place to go for your sweet tooth, as well as your artistic muse. Just click on the creation station to create your own slab of chocolate heaven. Choose from dark, milk, or white chocolate, then add up to 5 toppings from a huge selection to make your own chocolate bar. You'll have to put your craving on hold until your custom bar is created and shipped, but it's definitely worth the wait. You can do bulk orders for weddings or corporate functions, which can be totally branded for your event. And don't panic if you've got the creativity of a peanut. You can easily click on favorites, which will let you choose one of the most popular flavors. Except maybe avoid the tidy whiteys. But if you're a real chocolate fiend, you can subscribe to the Chocolate of the Month Club, where Chocomize sends you 4 different chocolate bars each month. So we've looked at knowledge, ingredients, preparation, pairing, and dessert. I think that about covers our food bases. Now back to these chocolate bars.
Gotta get connected.